Hey everybody. Okay, it's right at 2 p.m. and I've been watching the verdict watch for 2 hours today and then I watched all day yesterday. Um, okay. I'm not gonna try to ruin it right away, but I'm gonna give my thoughts a little bit and then I'll give you the verdict. Although if you have a computer you probably already know. But okay. So I told you guys in the last video, I thought it was going to be 2 days max because the way they were asking, they only asked two questions. And one of the questions was to clarify what institutes involuntary manslaughter. And the second question was, can we infer something that wasn't said? And then the judge said, no, you have to base it on the evidence that was admitted. Okay. But I'm just a lay person, okay? But I do have some knowledge of the law. And also, I have experience watching other trials throughout my life. And I've always kind of known the longer the jury's out, the more as either a not guilty or a hung jury. Um, so I was kind of suspicious or like whatever. Maybe it'd be a hung jury. But okay. Now I'll get to the verdict. It only took 10 hours and they only deliberated for 2 hours today, two or three. Um, and the verdict is guilty on all four counts of involuntary manslaughter. So, I don't know. I was thinking when I heard the verdict, I feel vindicated because I'm not a lawyer, so I don't have all the knowledge, but I just felt like she was guilty because of her answers and her lack of self awareness at all. And her lack of just, the thing that kept ringing in my ear, which is uh, a piece of law, is you have to provide a standard of care, a normal standard of care. And everything in my body was like, she didn't do that. And furthermore, I do know that there's a part in the law that says but for. That means but for something, something else wouldn't have occurred. Okay? So, but for she purchasing the gun, he wouldn't have had it. Therefore, he wouldn't have been able to commit the crimes. So, she's guilty. Even if you take away everything else. And I did for the most part. I mean, like I said in my last video, I think I try to step away from emotion at first, and I put all the pieces of the puzzle together. And the pieces of the puzzle I put together at first are, okay, what are the laws, and what are we trying to prove here? Okay, we're trying to prove did she or did she not do this thing? Okay, okay, well, what evidence supports that or detracts from it? Okay, and then I do put in body language and speech, the words chosen, the tone, all that stuff. But really, in my process, that's like step 3 because I look at the evidence and then I look at her appearance, then I look at her language, and it all comes together. And then that's when I make my call. Um, but really, I have to be honest. When she was saying no, and so emphatically, and with no emotion. She kind of signed her fate with me. I was like, what? You said no? And the way you said no? But, so, in a weird way, even though I'm not a lawyer, I feel slightly vindicated on this one. I do understand that some parents are now going to be uh, shaky, worried about how liable they are for their kids' actions. I get that. But for me, this was, and to be honest, I think that they should clear up and make some kind of law. I hope this doesn't set a precedent for everything for other situations, but I think you have to go situation by situation. In this situation, she was guilty in all ways that I count. So, um, and then also, even if you take away all the stuff I just said, um, his actions, her actions led to his actions, which led to the deaths of 4 young people. 4 young people that we don't know what they could have done in their life, and we'll never know because of his actions. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, just a FYI, they're doing sentencing tomorrow, so I'll be back with that whenever they announce it. I'll come back with a video for that part. I didn't know that apparently justice moves kind of fast in some places because in the last one in Ohio, it was 2 days. This one is the next day. So, um, once again, like I said, I didn't expect the sentencing to come so close after the verdict, but I mean, I understand it. So I'll make another video about that tomorrow. So, thank you guys.